Okay, here we go. Tuesday morning. 9:17 a.m. Coffee still hot in my hand, steam curling up, the way it does when everything feels normal for about 3 more seconds. Then tires screech, not the casual kind, the panicked, oh shit kind, followed by this bone-rattling boom. A cherry-red Jeep punches straight through my brick retaining wall at 34 miles an hour. Bricks explode like shrapnel across the driveway. Soil pours down the slope in slow, dark waves, swallowing the little garden bed I'd just finished planting. 3 weekends of backbreaking work. Gone in 3 seconds flat. The kid climbs out. Not a scratch on him. Flip-flops, basketball shorts, college hoodie. Looking more annoyed than anything, like the wall personally offended him. Then his mother rolls up. Pearl earrings glinting in the sun, blazer crisp, heels clicking over the wreckage like she's walking a runway. She doesn't even glance at her son first. She points straight at my face and says, calm as anything, "That wall shouldn't be there. My son could have been killed. I'm calling my lawyer." "No, sorry. No, are you okay?" Just a threat, wrapped in concern that wasn't there. That was Dolores Hartwell, the woman who'd already fined me $800 over mailbox color and Christmas lights. 3 weeks later, they'd slap me with a $45,000 lawsuit claiming her boy had PTSD from the trauma. She smirked through every hearing. Right up until the day she didn't have a house left to smirk from. Man, dealing with an HOA Karen like that. People always ask, what would you do? Where are you watching from tonight? Grab your drink, settle in. Let me take you back about 3 years, before that Jeep turned my morning into a demolition derby. My name's Garrett Winslow, 44. Electrician by trade, homeowner by 15 years of skipping vacations and eating ramen, so I could save. I bought my place on Millbrook Lane in Cedarbrook Estates, mid-sized planned community just outside Asheville, North Carolina, back when the neighborhood was half dirt and the HOA rules were literally 2 pages. No neon mailboxes, keep the grass trimmed, don't park boats on the street. Reasonable stuff. Normal stuff. My lot's on the corner, sloped yard, which meant I had to build a real retaining wall along the east side. Cinder block, mortared tight, wooden cap rail I sealed myself. For weekends, $2,000 in materials. That thing holds back 40 tons of hillside, not decorative, structural. Without it, my driveway and half the garage eventually slide into the storm drain. Neighbor Theo, retired civil engineer, good guy, helped me level it. We did it right. And yeah, it sat about 6 feet inside my property line. Survey said so. Then Dolores moved in. 2 years after me. Big colonial on the cul-de-sac, 3-car garage, lawn service every Thursday like clockwork. She volunteered for the HOA board almost immediately, and within 18 months she'd maneuvered herself into president after the previous one, quiet retired teacher named Margaret, got hounded out over. A windchime. Yeah, a windchime. Dolores was mid-50s, sharp-dressed, the kind of woman who sends certified letters about dandelions. She smiled while twisting the knife, reptilian, impressive in the worst way. Board meetings moved to her house instead of the community center, so only her people showed up. Fines flew like opinions, constant, confident, often baseless. First shot at me came 8 months in. I'd built a small workshop lean-to off the back of the garage, corrugated metal roof, pressure-treated posts, concrete pad. Behind the fence, not visible from the street, county permit pulled beforehand, by the book. She sent a notice anyway, unapproved structure, 150 fine, remove in 30 days. I sent back the permit copy plus a polite note. HOA's own CC and RS exempt structures under 200 square feet, not visible from the street. Mine was 180. Measured it 3 times. She fined me again, 200, failure to comply. Appeal went to her and 2 book club friends, denied in 11 minutes. I paid $300 for a 1-hour consult with a real estate attorney, sent her a demand letter on letterhead, and watched her rescind the fine in 48 hours. No acknowledgement. Just gone. That victory smelled faint, printer ink and stale coffee, but I learned something important. Dolores backed down when faced with real legal heat. She was a bully banking on nobody pushing back. I filed that away. Next couple years were low-grade Cold War. She'd cite me, I'd document everything, respond in writing, she'd back off. Theo called it bureaucratic judo. Nailed it. But Cold Wars can turn hot. Hot came one Wednesday morning in early March. Preston, her son, backs her Jeep out at 34 in a residential zone and slams straight into my wall. Sound was gunshot meets thunderclap. House flinched. Coffee mug skittered on the counter. Outside, pale mortar dust drifting like flour dropped from heaven. I was out there in 15 seconds. Jeep punched 6 feet of wall. Blocks everywhere, some rolled 20 feet. One took out my copper downspout. Wooden cap rail snapped clean, fresh pale ends. Hillside soil already slumping forward, slow, inevitable dark brown, like it had been waiting years for permission. Preston standing in the open door, flip-flops, hoodie. That look young guys get when they know they screwed up catastrophically and are calculating if there's any reality where it's not their fault. I walked over. "You okay?" Genuine, kid could have been hurt bad. "Fine," he mutters, not looking at me, then into the phone. "Mom." "Yeah. Millbrook Lane. Just come here." I started shooting photos. Every angle, skid marks, long black arcs, screaming speed, Jeep front end crumpled, soil pouring through the gap. Video 2, full walk of the damage. All before Dolores's BMW screeched onto the street. I knew, the second she arrived, the story was gonna twist. She got there in 4 minutes. Heels clack-clack on asphalt, pearl earrings, blazer, dressed for disaster at 9:15 a.m. on a Wednesday. "Is Preston all right?" Not looking at the wall. "He seems fine," I said. "Your Jeep disagrees." She glances at the wreckage, back at me, then tilts her head, smiles that smile, and goes, "Garrett, I hope you're not planning to make this into some kind of situation. Sit with that a second. Her son just drove through my structural wall at 34 mph, and she's preemptively asking me not to make it a situation." "Dolores," I said, "it already is one. 40 tons of hillside behind that wall. Your kid just removed 6 feet of it." She called her insurance right there. I called mine. Then I called Asheville Code Enforcement, filed for structural hazard. City came out, red flagged it in 2 days. Official record: the wall was infrastructure, not decoration. Pro tip number 1. When someone damages structural property, call code enforcement immediately. Their assessment carries more weight in court than any contractor quote. Her insurance adjuster came out 4 days later. Damage 14.2 to rebuild plus 1,800 drainage, total 16 grand. My contractors quoted higher. I took the thorough one at 17.4. Insurance approved after seeing the code report. Her company paid. Thought that was it. Wrong. 3 weeks later, mortar still faintly white, smelling like wet concrete and fresh sealer. I get a letter. Not from insurance. From an attorney. Preston's suing me. Claim: my wall violated county setback, constituted a road hazard. His fault? My wall. Damages: 45,000. Emotional distress, vehicle, personal injury. Injuries? Bruised knee. And general anxiety following a stressful event. No irony intended. I read it 3 times. Laughed for 2 solid minutes. Then called my attorney. Beverly Okafor, late 40s, sharp as surgical steel, reads HOA docs for fun. Worth every $275 an hour. I slid the suit across her desk in her wood-paneled office. Old books, constant coffee smell. She read. Long silence. Looked up. "His knee," she said. "His knee," I confirmed. "Wall's 6 feet inside your line?" "Correct. County permit on file." She leaned back. "Nuisance suit, Garrett. They're not expecting to win. Expecting you to settle 8-10 grand because fighting costs more. Pro tip 2, nuisance suits weaponize defense costs. Only real defense? Document obsessively from day 1. I told her no settlement. Suspected Dolores crafted it. Preston didn't strike me as lawsuit spontaneous. Beverly filed motion to dismiss, backed by permit, survey, code report, structural engineer saying no road hazard, accident was speed. While that crawled through court, Dolores escalated HOA side. Special meeting, community notice my property, under investigation for code violations affecting values. Vague poison. Letter to tax assessor about my unpermitted lean-to. Went nowhere, but cost me hours. Then lien notice for unpaid, fines rescinded 18 months earlier. She was quietly reinstating them. Documentation obsession paid off. 2-inch thick folder, tabs labeled Dolores, 3 years. Sent to Beverly. Her paralegal found 3 reinstated fines never board voted. North Carolina law, fines over 100 need quorum minutes. These? Dolores solo, ledger only. Potentially fraudulent. Beverly sent formal letter to whole board, requesting 3-year audit. Dolores called me, first time in 2 years. Voice controlled, thin wire of threat. "Garrett, this is getting out of hand. We can resolve without the whole board. I think the whole board's exactly right. Click. 2 days later, fines withdrawn. But people like her don't retreat. They regroup. While I focused lawsuit/fines, she did something I didn't discover for 6 weeks. Something that made my arm hair stand up. And Beverly go dead quiet on the phone. Theo caught it. Walks neighborhood every morning, notices slopes, gradients, professional deformation. Knocked on my door Saturday, April, coffee thermos in hand. Someone pulled your survey stakes. We went out. Orange flags marking east line gone. Holes fresh, soil loose. Why it mattered. Preston's suit claimed wall too close to road, setback violation. No stakes equals need resurvey. Delay. Expense. Any ambiguity, even inches, argument wall position uncertain. Someone pulled them to manufacture doubt and time. Filed police report. Removal of survey monuments, Class 1 felony, North Carolina. Officer skeptical, 3 holes, but report existed. Hired same surveyor, restaked same week. Photographed each with GPS, got certified document plus sworn affidavit. Court admissible proof. Pro tip 3. Certified survey with affidavit beats informal stakes every time. Meanwhile, Beverly's audit letter shook loose bigger things. 2 sideline board members, Randolph Cass, Patricia Engel, reached out separately. Concerned about financial irregularities over a year. Couldn't document. HOA reserve fund, supposed to hold $180,000 for roofs, repaving, etc. Randolph asked for accounting 2 months earlier. Dolores said under review, no docs. Beverly, any 2 board members can request audit. If denied, board can remove president. Randolph and Patricia submitted written request Monday. Dolores called emergency meeting Thursday. I attended as homeowner, right under CC and RS. She tabled request, procedurally improper. Controlled agenda, room, temperature. But written request tabled without resolution. Statute allowed escalation to county/courts. 3 months in lawsuit grinding, audit blocked, stakes pulled/replaced, wall repaired solid. Answer came from plumber, Dusty. HOA maintenance 3 years. Called Randolph early May, last 4 invoices, $11,200 unpaid. Done waiting. Randolph compared invoices to sanitized summaries Dolores gave board. Invoices missing. Payments not in bank docs. Beverly subpoenaed actual bank records. Slow motion train wreck. Reserve, not 180. 23,000. 157,000 transferred out. 3 to 8 grand chunks, authorized solely by Dolores, to management fees for Cedarbrook Property Services LLC. LLC. Single member, registered to Dolores Hartwell 18 months ago. She paid herself 157 grand fake fees from Community Reserve. Silence on phone when Beverly told me. Pieces clicked loud. Not just petty, I said. No, she said. She's a thief. No longer HOA dispute. Wire fraud, fiduciary breach, criminal misappropriation, Class C felony, up to 15 years. Preston's 45 grand bruised knee suit. Pressure tactic, keep me tied up, broke, distracted while she stole. Wall wasn't point. I was problem. Problems get managed. Beverly notified court of irregularities, intent to counterclaim. Contacted NCAG Consumer Protection, HOA fraud. Formal report. Called Randolph, Patricia, Theo. Theo quiet long moment. Water finds the cracks. We had it. Now use it right. Next 3 weeks, quietest, most productive. Beverly 3 fronts. 1 a lawsuit. Amended response, malicious prosecution counterclaim. North Carolina, provable no probable cause plus malice equals recover fees/damages. Timing, suit filed 3 weeks after insurance paid, just as audit questions rose, pattern bad faith weaponization. 2 fraud. Forensic accountant Dr. Sylvia Grant, built paper trail. Found extra $14,800 personal reimbursements. Community enhancement, time to Dolores Kitchen Reno, Viking Range, custom cabinets. HOA paid her kitchen. Randolph, head in hands, she renovated her kitchen with our roof fund. Viking Range and all. Reports to AG Sheriff. Special Crimes Unit. Quiet investigation. Do not tip her off. 3 ground game. Theo Randolph Patricia quietly asked homeowners with Dolores issues. If special forum on financial irregularities, would you come? Every yes. I spoke off record to Asheville Citizen Times reporter, enough to interest her. She started digging public records. Also, Independent structural engineer inspected rebuilt wall. 14-page certified report, notarized, filed county. No ambiguity ever. Reinforced footing, drainage, rebar every other course. Theo helped spec. 50-year wall. Dolores sensed shift, cellular level. Smear letter. 4 pages single-spaced to 47 homeowners. My adversarial pattern. Edited history. New 500 fine harassment board officers. Non-existent violation. Backfired. Homeowners called me. What's really going on? She sounds scared. Then sabotage. Mailbox vandalized. Installed ring camera. 2:14 a.m. Thursday. Vehicle dark blue BMW 5 Series. Her color. Plate partially obscured dark material. Footage to detective. She tried clever HOA move. Special vote amend CC and RS. President unilateral up to 25 grand spend without approval. Retroactive legitimize fees. Failed 3-2. Randolph contested minutes same day. Investigation moved. Interviews dusty, ex-board landscaper unpaid. Pattern. Court date early June, 6 weeks out. Settlement offer came, dropped suit, mutual confidentiality, she resolves fines, I withdraw audit/counterclaims. By silence. Beverly. Offer tells us her state of mind. Declined. Declining accelerated timeline. Enough for charges. One more piece, old minutes pre-Dolores. Charter 2006, fraud/misappropriation by officer. HOA right to lien offending property in community. Dolores owned in Cedarbrook. Filed notice pending investigation, /potential lien with Register of Deeds. No lien, just public record. Froze her, no sell, refinance, credit on property. She tried list house, title search showed notice. Couldn't market. Week before break, prepped homeowner forum. Randolph/Patricia organized, Saturday before court. Not official board, open forum all 47. Theo helped, projector, screen, printed docs. Financial summary plain English 3 minutes. Charter lien provision. Audit obstruction history. No ambush, she notified like everyone. Reread CC and RS 37 pages. She read for leverage. I read for homeowner protections. Saturday morning, community center, unpainted because no money. 41 of 47 showed. Margaret front row yellow cardigan, waiting long. Dolores 7 minutes late, sharp, Preston, young attorney suit too big. Randolph opened. Patricia notes. Theo projector. I presented numbers first. Reserve supposed 180, actual 23. 157 to Cedarbrook LLC. Her signature twice on screen. Room quiet, heavy quiet. Dolores stood, attorney tried stop. Shook off. Documents out of context. Legitimate fees. Randolph, quiet final. Bank records your account. LLC public. No context. She sat. Walked through lawsuit, timing malicious prosecution, settlement offer read aloud, by silence declined. Margaret, half laugh half gasp. Door opened. 2 deputies serve notice. Criminal complaint filed that morning, wire fraud misappropriation. Public record. Attorney whispered. She nodded. Stood. Looked at room, 41 she'd find/ignored. Walked out silent. Preston followed, hands pockets, eyes floor. Deputies left. Then unplanned, Margaret started clapping. Then next. Then couple fined over vegetable garden. Then everyone steady, relieved, like rain on dry summer ground. Theo hand on shoulder. Good wall. 4 days later, Preston voluntary dismissal. Beverly converted with prejudice, can't refile. Judge granted. Malicious prosecution separate, default judgment 2 months later. 23,400 fees/damages. Criminal, plea. Restitution 171,800 HOA. 3 years probation. Barred fiduciary roles forever. HOA lien her property restitution amount. Stuck. 6 months later, foreclosure. Satisfying part isn't downfall, though hearing foreclosure. Felt justice, precise, satisfying, honest. Real end. Not her. New elections 6 weeks post-forum. Randolph president, 38-41 votes. Patricia treasurer. Theo reluctant liaison. Still walks, now people stop talk drainage collaborative. Restitution paid court supervised, new transparent account. Statements, minutes, pro-management, quarterly audits. Community center painted. Road repaved. Dusty paid interest, new contract. Me. Fight cost 4,200 out pocket. Judgment back 23-4. Net 19-2. Funded scholarship Margaret's name. Retired teacher Winchim victim who started applause. Margaret Elaine Hooper Community Scholarship. First, Cedarbrook kid, 18, civil engineering. Wants design bridges. Theo cried announcement dinner. Denies it. Preston texted once, awkward, sorry about wall. Not suit. I replied, appreciate. Stay off street 34 mph. No response. Fine. Some lessons slower. Wall stands. Outlast us. Tulips back second year, red-yellow swaying spring wind. Sometimes coffee outside morning, just look at it. 2 grand materials for weekends, 1 Jeep through middle, 3 years everything else. It held. You know what nobody tells you? Evening comes quiet. People like her, one morning foreclosure notice stapled front door, same door she walked out deliver violation letters. 157,000, not corporation, not bank, neighbors 30 feet away. Roof fund, reserve, money paid thinking protect homes. Spent on her kitchen reno. Most would have paid 8-10 grand, make headache go away. She counted on that. Probably done before. People pay quietly, reason she never stopped. So, before you scroll, do you know who controls your reserve fund? Really know what's in your CC and RS? Most don't. Until it's relevant. What do you think? Was the wall worth the war? Or does power like hers only fall when enough people finally say no? Drop your HOA nightmare below. Ever dealt with someone who turned neighbors into enemies over dandelions or wind chimes? Share if this hit close. Tell me, where's the line between standing up and revenge? I'd love to hear your take.